Hello and welcome to the workshop on developing a teaching portfolio. The aim of this workshop is to assist you identify various purposes for constructing a teaching portfolio. In this workshop, you will explore a framework, use critical analysis and self-reflection to begin the development of your teaching portfolio. So what is a teaching portfolio? Some academics use a teaching portfolio as a reflective document to consistently improve their teaching practice. Most others prepare one that is a summary of the last 3 or 4 years of their teaching career when it's time to apply for a promotion, an award, or another job. So based on the purpose, a teaching portfolio can either be a summative document, that is, your achievement in enhancing student learning so far, or a formative document that is used to reflect on what you're trying to achieve and how you might improve your practice. Obviously, the million-dollar question is, what should I include in this document? My suggestion is, think about your purpose. Say if you're looking for a promotion in the near future, you will want the reader to know various aspects of teaching that you're particularly good at. Having said that, I'm sure, like most others, you would have faced some challenges along the way. Therefore, I'd also like you to think about some of those challenges you faced in your teaching and the approach you took to overcome those challenges and the outcomes of your approach. When demonstrating a commitment to or command at teaching excellence, it is important to consider the various aspects of your teaching practice so that you can draw on evidence to substantiate the claims you make about your teaching. Some example aspects include selection and integration of appropriate methods to teach in your discipline, the nature of knowledge, and how you engender learning and knowing by activating student learning in your classroom, how well and explicitly you communicate and negotiate expectations with your students to assist them with taking responsibility for their own learning, designing courses and assessment that are well aligned. Every teaching portfolio is unique and different. There is no right or wrong structure for developing a teaching portfolio. Higher education institutions expect that you compile a teaching portfolio based on your philosophy of teaching and student learning, documentation of current teaching practices with evidence from self-reflection, peer feedback, and student feedback, evidence of your performance as a teacher. In order to assist you compile your teaching portfolio based on these 3 important aspects, this workshop is divided into 3 activities. The first activity helps you identify your teaching goals and reflect on how you achieve or plan to achieve them through your teaching practice. This activity will also aid the construction of your teaching philosophy informed by your goals. That is, your beliefs about teaching and understanding of how students learn in higher education. The second activity is reflective self-evaluation of your teaching practice. This activity is intended at assisting you to identify and source appropriate evidence and integrate them in your teaching portfolio. The third activity is also reflective in nature. The aim of this activity is to help you think about critical incidents in your classroom and assist your selection of evidence to present to the reader continuous and consistent improvements you've made as a result of your reflection on such critical incidences. You can choose to complete the activities in any particular order. You can also revisit them as many number of times as you may wish. The purpose of these activities is to help you present to the reader a coherent argument about your teaching. Once you've completed these 3 activities, you must be in a position to begin compiling your teaching portfolio along the lines of your philosophy of teaching, that is, your beliefs and goals for teaching and student learning in your classroom. Current practice, that is, selection and design of curriculum, teaching and learning methods, and strategies that you employ to activate student learning. And performance, that is, how do you know your practice is contributing to the enhancement of learning for most students in your classroom.